What is my personal projection or prediction for the price of Nervos Network or CKB for this bull run?
Fight for it! Fight for it!
What you're looking at right now, besides a bunch of floating bubbles, is the top 100 cryptocurrencies for the past year. What I've set out in these videos to do is see if we can project which coins will end this bull run inside the top 100, and above all, can we project prices for the top 100 coins. Now, of course, we all know it's going to come down to what this coin above my head does, that coin being Bitcoin. What if it hits 90K, 100K, 150K, and beyond? Can we project what the potential price would be for some of these top 100 altcoins based on Bitcoin's price? I personally believe we can, and I'm prepared to show you how. The coin that we'll be talking about in today's video is Nervos Network, ticker CKB. If you look above my head, it's up almost 400% over the past year. Just outside of the top 100 currently, I personally believe it will end up inside the top 100. How high can the price go? Well, stick around and we'll talk about it. Let's go. All right, so the first thing we need to do is gather a little information so we can apply it to my formula. So we're here on CoinGecko.com. We've searched the coin CKB or Nervos Network. We want to write down what the current position rank is, which at the time of making this video was number 123. We also want to write down the circulating supply and the total or max supply. And if those numbers differ, we need to do a little digging real quick to find out if there's any mining that goes on, any token unlocks, will there be any vesting coming up. We just want to get a general idea of what the possible circulating supply could be at or around the time that we plan to sell the coin. Now, my go-to website for tokens that just have vesting coming up or token unlocks is typically cryptorank.io. However, Nervos Network, it looks like all of those tokens or those allocated tokens are already unlocked at this point. The difference between the circulating supply and total supply right now is just tokens that are being mined, the rewards that go to the miners, and it was hard to track down exactly how much per day on average gets released to these miners or rewarded to them and then become part of the circulating supply. I did backtrack the last couple months and noticed that it actually seemed like it happens at a pretty decent rate. So just to keep these projections or predictions on the safer side, I'm going to go ahead and just use basically the total supply for my formula. We're just going to round it to a nice 44.83 billion, and that's what we'll use for today's video. What you're looking at right now is my Google Sheets document. I will leave a link in the description of every one of these price projection videos that I put out. Now, I have a full-length video that goes over exactly how I came up with all of this, but just to save those of you the time that probably won't watch that, let me just give you a brief explanation here quickly of how this works. First, what we have here is projected or hypothetical Bitcoin prices ranging between 91,000 and 180,000. And below that in green, we have projected total market caps for all of crypto. That would include Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the rest of the altcoins. Up here in a light brown color on the top left, we have projected dominance for each of Bitcoin and Ethereum. For those of you that are new to what that means, all it is in a nutshell is what percentage of the overall crypto market cap or these total numbers will Bitcoin and Ethereum actually take up themselves. Then just below the Bitcoin and Ethereum dominance, we have a total 3 projection, which will be the leftover percentage that would be divided amongst the rest of the altcoins not named Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it would be 35% of these each individual projected market caps that would be divided amongst all the rest of the altcoins. And then just below the green projected market caps for crypto based on those Bitcoin prices, we have the most important part of this video, which is these individual projected market caps for each position inside of the top 500, positions 3 through 500. And although not perfect, though nothing ever is when you're trying to project prices, the way that we came up with these is we just looked at the end of the last bull run when crypto peaked, and we looked at each individual position and figured out what the percentage of the overall crypto market cap at that time each position took up, which is what these represent here in orange. So then, of course, from there, we just applied that percentage to these overall crypto market cap projections, which then gave us projected market caps for each of these individual position ranks. Whew, all right, big breath. And then last but not least, if we go over here to formulas, all we have to do is take one of those projected market caps, divide it by the circulating supply of the coin or the projected circulating supply of the coin at the time you plan to sell, and that'll give you a price projection for that coin. That would, of course, give you a projected price based on ranking. Just below that, you could actually give a projected ranking based on price. You could have a price target for your coin, times that by the circulating supply, which would, of course, give you a market cap, which you could then compare over here on the chart and figure out what ranking would likely need to be possible for your coin to reach that price. Now, what I like to do in these price projection videos is do the math on the formula on the first one for you, just so you can see how I'm doing it, and then I'll just present the data as far as the rest of the projections go. Now, if we scroll down here on my chart to position 123, which I actually have broken down as position 121 through 130, we can scroll over to our first projected market cap of 1.14 billion. That's based on 91K Bitcoin. What we're going to do is take that 1.14 billion, we're going to type that in, and then we're going to divide that by the 44.83 billion circulating supply equal, and that gives us our first projected price of 0.025. All right, now I'll go ahead and present that data for you on the rest of the possible projections. Now, if it stays put where it's at, which is currently position number 123, we have our different market cap projections here. At 91K Bitcoin, we have a price of 0.025, 100K Bitcoin, 0.028, 115K, 0.032, and 130K, 0.036, giving us an average price of 0.030. Now, that's based on 110K Bitcoin. Next, we got if it moves up to position number 90, we got our different market cap projections here to the right of that. 91K Bitcoin, that gives us a price of 0.042, 100K 0.044, 115K 0.053, and 130K Bitcoin 0.060. Average price on that one based on 110K Bitcoin is 0.050. And then the next projection that we have is if CKB is able to move up to position number 75, which is pretty close to where I project to have it at the end of this bull run. And that is at 91K Bitcoin 0.060, 100K Bitcoin 0.067, 115K 0.076, and 130K 0.087, giving us an average price based on 110K Bitcoin of just over 7 cents at 0.072. Now, real quick before we move on, I just want to give one other possible projection. That would be if Bitcoin hit 150K and CKB were to move to position number 75, our market cap projection would be just over 4.5 billion, and that would actually give us a price for CKB of 10 cents. Okie dokie, next up I just want to go ahead and present that data for you cleanly here on a TradingView chart. So we have a couple different lines here, a yellow, a blue, a red, and an orange, each representing those different prices we just talked about. So here in yellow we show that if CKB ends at position number 123, that's an average price of 0.030, position number 90, average price 0.050, position number 75, average price 0.072, and position number 75 with 150K Bitcoin, it would be 10 cents. From there, we can zoom over here to the right and just quickly go over what the percentage possible gains would look like if it were to go to those prices from where it was at the time of making this video. At 0.030, that'd be about a 94% gain. Up to the 0.050 would be about a 225% gain. Up to the 0.072 would be about a 365% gain. And up to the 10 cents would be around a 550% potential gain. And then just to wrap up today's video, what is my personal projection or prediction for the price of Nervos Network or CKB for this bull run? Well, I project that it's going to end up around position 80, Bitcoin around 115K, and that would actually give us a price of 0.067, which from where price was at the time of making this video would be around a 4.5x. Thank you for sticking around to the end. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Now keep in mind, in the next month or so, I'll put out an updated video for all these coins, giving a projection for each of them if Bitcoin were to hit something like 150K or possibly even 200K this bull run. If you're liking these videos, as always, on your way out, do me a huge favor and please remember to like and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one. It's